Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into something many of us know and love, Surya Namaskar, or the sun salutation. It just feels ancient, right? Like it's been around forever. But what if I told you its modern form has more to do with the Roaring Twenties than ancient scriptures? Yeah, you heard that right. Let's get into it.
So which is it? Is this some sacred ritual that's been passed down for thousands of years? Or is it a pretty modern invention? Well, the answer might surprise you, and honestly, it gives me a whole new level of respect for this amazing practice.
All right, let's start with where it all began. And spoiler alert, it's a lot more recent than you'd probably guess. We're about to peel back the layers on the very unexpected origin story of the sun salutation. Yep, you're seeing that correctly. That beautiful flowing sequence we all do in yoga class, you won't find it in the ancient yogic texts. It was actually put together and made popular back in the 1920s. In the grand timeline of yoga, that makes it a pretty recent innovation.
So where did it come from then? Well, it was first made popular by a pretty forward-thinking king in India, the king of Andhra. And get this is the cool part. Its roots are actually in something called dando, which were these dynamic exercises for Indian wrestlers. Super physical, right? Then later on, yoga legends like T. Krishnamacharya took that foundation, polished it, and blended it with yogic philosophy to create the sun salutation we know today.
Okay, so we've got the history down. Now let's look at the practice itself. We're going to walk through the most common version you'll see, which is the classic 12-step sequence from the Bihar School of Yoga. And there it is, the whole sequence in one go. You can really see that beautiful circular flow, right? You start standing, move down to the mat, and then come all the way back up. It's a perfect loop of movement. Now let's break it down pose by pose.
It all starts in Pranamasana, or prayer pose, just taking a moment to get centered. Then you sweep your arms up, getting a nice little back bend. Next, you fold all the way down, then step one leg back into a lunge. From that lunge, you press back into that classic mountain pose, and then you lower down, bringing 8 points of your body to the mat. See how it all just flows?
Okay, so from the floor, you peel your chest up into a gentle cobra pose and then push right back to mountain pose. And here's where you can really see the symmetry. You lunge the other leg forward this time, step up into that forward fold, rise all the way back up to the sky, and then you're right back where you started, in prayer pose. The cycle is complete.
But wait, here's the absolute key. This isn't just about the movements. The real magic happens when you sync everything to your breath. The basic idea is simple. You inhale on the movements that open and expand your chest, and you exhale when you fold or contract. This is what turns it from just a physical exercise into a real mind-body experience.
You know, like any great practice, it hasn't just stayed static. The 12-step version we just walked through is the classic for sure, but it's not the only version. Different yoga schools have put their own spin on it over the years.
And here's a perfect example of that. So on the left, you've got that classic 12-step sequence. But on the right, you see a 13-step version from the Krishnamacharya Vinyasa tradition. You can totally see the family resemblance, right? But you can also spot those little differences. And I think that's what's kept it so relevant. It's been able to adapt and evolve.
Okay, so we know where it came from, and we know how to do it, but the big question is, why? Why is it so darn good for you? Let's geek out a little and look at the science behind why this sequence is so powerful.
I mean, the physical benefits alone are just incredible. Research shows it gets pretty much every joint in your body moving and more mobile. All that stretching and compressing through your core, that helps tone your organs and improves digestion. On top of that, it gets your blood flowing and even helps increase your lung capacity. It's basically a full-body tune-up in just a few minutes.
And if you're wondering if it's a real workout, oh yeah. For someone weighing around 130 pounds, you can burn about 230 calories in a 30-minute session. So it's absolutely a great tool for managing your weight and keeping your heart healthy. Okay, but this is what I think is so brilliant about it. The speed you do it at completely changes the effect. If you go fast, it's a killer cardio workout, great for building stamina. But if you slow it right down, it turns into this calming, meditative flow that actually lowers your heart rate. It's like getting two completely different practices in one sequence.
And it's not all just about the physical stuff we can measure. In yogic philosophy, the practice works on a much deeper level. It's believed to stimulate the body's energy centers, what we call chakras. And what's fascinating is that these energy centers are often mapped directly onto major nerve centers and the glands of our endocrine system, the system that controls our hormones.
This chart kind of lays it out pretty clearly. Take the Anahata or heart chakra.
When you're doing a pose that opens the chest, like Cobra, you're stimulating that area. And guess what's right there? The thymus gland, which is crucial for your immune system. So you're seeing this amazing connection between the physical movement, the energy body, and our own internal chemistry.
So, let's pull it all together. We've got this surprising modern history, a beautiful, flowing practice, and some really solid science backing it up. What does that all add up to?
I think this quote from one of the studies just says it all perfectly. Unlike other yoga poses that might focus on one part of the body, Surya Namaskar is basically a complete health capsule for your whole body. Everything gets worked all at once.
And that right there is its superpower. It's this amazing 2-for-1 deal for your well-being. Go fast and you've got a great aerobic exercise. Go slow and it becomes a moving meditation. The exact same set of movements can give you 2 totally different but both incredibly valuable outcomes.
So that leaves us with one final question to chew on. When you think about its versatility, all those benefits we talked about, and even its cool history, could the sun salutation be the single most efficient 10-minute wellness routine that you're just not doing? Something to think about, for sure.